Blood Ties by Ruth Lillegraven. Translated by Diane Oatley. Performed by Michael Crouch, Andrew Iden, Stina Nielsen, Michael Naramore, Stephen Graybill, Sonila Nankani, and Chris Shula.
1 month earlier. We're on. The Prime Minister whispers into my ear, "Go!" As we walk out onto the palace square, I notice them, the raindrops, hitting my cheek, my hand, my forehead. The press turnout is huge, even though this time there are only 2 new cabinet ministers. I look out into the crowd without meeting a single pair of eyes, just a sea of black camera lenses of varying sizes. It's like staring into a throng of pistol barrels. "Act like it doesn't bother you," the Prime Minister whispers as the rainfall grows heavier. She keeps one hand firmly against the small of my back. The other hand rests on the back of the new Minister of Health. The idea is, perhaps, to offer support and encouragement. But her hand is clenched into a tiny fist, and as she presses it into the fabric of my expensive jacket, it feels more like a threat than reassurance. I've played it safe. A black skirt, black jacket, black stilettos. A light blue blouse that is freshly ironed but rumpling with every falling raindrop. "You look nice, Mommy," Nikolai had said, always more generous with compliments than his brother. Andreas seemed cross. He does not like that I have agreed to do this. The journalists and the photographers have already pulled their hoods over their heads, opened their umbrellas. I have nowhere to seek shelter, and the water has started trickling down my face now. Still, I keep smiling. That was the last thing the Prime Minister said to us before we walked out, that she didn't want to see a single photo of us looking glum. We are supposed to look happy, proactive, and strong, which is also what her fist is communicating. Happy, proactive, strong. Happy, proactive, strong. Click, click, click. I stand tall in my stilettos. The soles are so thin that I can feel the gravel against my feet. Carefully, I move an inch or so away from the largest stone. The mother of our nation, former Prime Minister Gro Harlem Brundtland, apparently always put a stone in her shoe in situations she thought might make her cry. I suppose it's a good solution for people who cry easily, but I have never been one of those people. The position of Minister of Justice was always one of the most coveted in the government. Due to a series of ugly scandals over the past year, all that has changed. I know that people are whispering about how none of the more obvious candidates wanted the position, and that is why it was offered to me. The Prime Minister said I was the first person she asked. I don't really care. I want the position regardless. This is my chance. Now I can finally accomplish something. 2 groups have gathered, one on either side of the press mob. The largest group appears to be the Minister of Health's family, an elderly couple, probably his parents, a few friends or maybe brothers, a tiny blonde woman with 3 children. My boys are at school. Asking them to come did not even occur to me. My mother and father-in-law, however, are here. I can see them now. They have aged considerably over the past few months, and they seem to be cloaked in a veil of sadness. Sometimes I feel a stab of guilt about this. Their son would be here had it not been for me. Other times their melancholy irritates me. Today they look almost happy, especially my father-in-law, the retired Supreme Court judge. Henrik always complained about how his father was more interested in me and my achievements as a lawyer than his own son who saved lives every day. Maybe there was some truth to it.